Hey, it's Geek Public Radio right here on geekpublicradio.com. My name is Topher, and with me as normal, Crazy Chris.
Yo, yo, yo.
And we are diving into the rumor mill once again as I'm over here stimming.
You are like 100% just clamping your hands like a crab right now.
Like tisms.
Grab people. This is pretty awesome. What else is awesome? You know what? Geek Public Radio is awesome. If you go there right now, you could check out some of the past videos we've done. You get to see all the videos that we're going to do in the future. You'll see some awesome articles that we've written. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials, Instagram, the X, the TikToks, all that fun stuff. We are also on Rumble and YouTube. Everywhere you get your podcast, guys, go check it out. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you guys can be told every single time that we're about to drop a new video. Yeah.
And don't forget, we are an actual radio station.
We are an actual radio station. Go to geekpublicradio.com, click listen live, right?
It's the little play button under the now playing section, and you can listen to awesome music 24/7.
Yeah, and we have 27,000 songs or something. I don't remember what it is. It's some absurd number of songs that we play, and they're on a rotation. So the chances of you hearing the same song twice are basically zero, unless you listen to it all the time, which I highly recommend you do. That's something I usually put on the car sometimes when I'm on long car trips. Throw it on there, and I don't have to shuffle through my music. I don't have to reach for my phone every 5 seconds to change my songs. I just you
never outrun the radio station.
Never outrun the radio station. Anyway, okay. Anyway, we're gonna jump right into the rumor mill.
All right. So the rumors.
Terrible segue.
Yeah, everybody has heard the rumors that Hasbro could be selling D&D, and that they were looking at possibly Tencent.
Bum, bum, bum.
That news actually came out from a Chinese source. Saying that they were in talks and yada, yada, yada. But is that true? No.
What? You mean the internet was wrong? No way.
From Forbes.
You ain't first, your last, Ricky Bobby.
Forbes, Dungeons and Dragons publisher denies selling game to Chinese firm. Here's what to know. What the funny thing is when the original version of the thing hit, it wasn't that they were selling it to Tencent.
Right.
The original version was that Hasbro was looking to sell.
Correct.
And Tencent had expressed interest.
Also correct.
That was it. So now it's
or false, whatever.
So everybody's coming out, like all of these articles are coming out. When I say all of these articles, I mean there's like
4 or 5 that are just right offhand. Yeah.
Boom. 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 That's us.
The denial on this was so quick. It was to be laughable. I have a conspiracy theory that we'll talk about at the end. Because that's what mine's going to be.
Mike Wazowski. But no, so like Forbes is saying Wizards, the Hasbro division behind the tabletop game Dungeons and Dragons, is denying rumors sparked by a Chinese news report that struggling Hasbro could be selling its Dungeons and Dragons franchise to Chinese video game company Tencent. There's multiple outlets reported from the news site Speed Daily and cited unnamed sources in Hasbro claiming that financial problems were driving the company to consider to sell. According to the report, Tencent, Chinese video game company giant that also owns social media platform WeChat, was in an early stage of negotiation to purchase a series of rights that would include adaptation for rights for video game based on brands like Dungeons and Dragons, though the precise scope of the potential IP was not talked about. So they've come out and said it's not. The rumors are not true.
It's not true. It's not true.
Don't bail on us now. We're not selling.
I love this for a variety of reasons. Number one, part of the reason that we release the videos in the manner that we do. Most of the time, if we talk about speculation, we come out right at the very beginning and say, hey, there's a rumor. Here's what's happening. We try very, very hard not to ever present rumors as truth.
Right.
Or as gospel, right? That's 100% how we go about our business. It drives me insane. It is the hubris of every major publication that when something breaks, they have to be the first to report it. It drives me insane. I hate it. This is why you have companies like MSNBC, NBC, CBS, CNN, and they run these crazy stories. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's insane, right? You as an initial viewer, your amount of homework on this topic would practically be zero. Would be practically zero. And that's just the average person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. More educated folks will sometimes do a little digging, do a little homework. And 9 times out of 10, if they weren't the first ones to break the story, their sources cited as MSNBC says, well, according to CNN, and then CBS is like, well, according to MSNBC, like they cite each other. It's a circle jerk.
Or one will write something and they'll cite that article. And then once that article gets cited, that article will go away.
Yeah, the original article disappears because it was a fake story. And
then the other articles come out saying, well, according to CNN, because that links to this now deleted thing.
CNN has since deleted it. Yeah, they won't say CNN has since deleted the post. Like, they don't tell you that. And then they'll run like wild headlines and things like that. Fox News does it too, so they don't freaking get your panties in a bunch. But it's maddening. And it happens across the geek world too. And all the time. And there have been stories that have come out and rumors that have come out that Topher and I looked at and go, oh my gosh, this could be like huge news. We should talk about this. And then we start doing a little digging, a little bit of homework.
Like literally it's one guy.
It's one guy just speculating and making up a bunch of shit. And people watch it and it drives us nuts because we're like, why do you guys watch that crap? It's crap. We will try we'll try very hard. Like we'll use comic book, we use Kotaku, and Kotaku notoriously gets shit wrong all the time.
Right.
But we will also preface by saying, hey, this is from comicbook.com, or this is from The Verge, or this is from Gaming Central News, or this is from IGN. We will try to source our material and say, this is not our words. We're just commenting on this stuff. That's what we are. We're geek commentators. It's what we do. So we're commentating on this now to say, y'all were wrong. You should eat it. You should own it. Every one of you should now create new articles apologizing for how wrong you were. That's what you should do.
Right.
We've released apology videos. We've done it. Hey, we were wrong. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. We're humans. Be adults, but they won't because, it shatters our credibility. Nope. Yeah, I'll do that pretty good job of that all by yourself. Don't need to apology videos to do that. But anyways.
So they were talking about all of this.
Rant over, sorry.
Right. So they're talking about all of this stuff like, it could be, like the IP is all of this stuff and people are upset about it and whatnot, which kind of goes to from the previous video where I was talking about Netflix or Nintendo just floating a rumor.
Oh, yeah. Just throwing it out there to see who would take the bait.
To see if it would be positive or negative. But like I said, in the original one, it said that it was possible that Tencent was interested and all of this stuff.
Well, anything's possible when you phrase it that way.
So we're looking at
I'm interested in buying D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons maker reportedly looks at Tencent to sell future video games like Baldur's 3.
Yeah, right. So they're going to sell the IP after it just got super. Like that was the whole thing. We talked about that. We initially saw the story. I was like, that makes absolutely zero sense. Like it's a hot market right now. There's zero way that they would be considering selling something that's making them millions of dollars. Like hand over fist, Hasbro is making money on D&D.
Right. But then it said the one in
because gamers will game despite themselves.
Dicebreaker, they came out and said like, no, they're not doing whatever, yada yada yada. But in another article, where's it at? It said something about we're not talking about our deals. We're not talking about all this stuff. We're not selling, but we already have a working relationship with Tencent.
Right.
We already have all of these other things.
They've already partnered with Tencent. That's already a thing.
And they work on different video game stuff for our IP.
Right.
So what if somebody just got ahead of themselves and was like, oh, hey, so Hasbro's talking to Tencent about like doing I don't know what all Tencent does. Like maybe like a mobile game, whatever.
Sure.
Because that's what
I can look it up. You know
that's what I have like in my head is like they do mobile games, but they could probably do way more than that. But
I'm sure.
But so it's like, hey, well, they can do this, and like, oh, does that mean they're buying the IP? Oh no, like yeah, we could totally Now, I could also see them shelving D&D in book form.
They are a multinational technology conglomerate and holding company headquartered in Shenzhen. Video game. It is also the world's largest company in the video game industry.
Yeah.
What?
Is it the world's largest, or is that a Chinese
propaganda
website?
piece?
Yeah.
Their revenue is down this year at $554 billion.
Well,
So they are, so being a conglomerate, my guess would be founded in 1998. Its subsidiaries, global market, various internet related services, products, entertainment, art, AI. Okay. Yeah. I said, world's largest video game vendor as one of the most financially valuable companies, social media, venture capital, investment corporations. Okay. So they just own and have stake in a bunch of shit, which terribly happens to include Hasbro. Just terribly happens to include that.
What do you mean?
So I hate the fact that Chinese companies own just like as much shit as they do.
I don't think Tencent actually owns Hasbro.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said Hasbro partnered with Tencent. They shamefully part. And you asked me why. And my juxtaposition, was Chinese companies own a lot of things.
Right.
So the fact that they're even partnering with one of the world's largest IPs.
Right. But it would be the same as
is a scary thought to me because of the amount of money they supposedly make.
Right. I mean,
they have a high influence.
Them partnering with Microsoft to make another game. They've realized that they're not a studio equipped to make those things themselves. So they have to find somebody in the space that already does it.
Right.
And will match what they want out of their stuff. So,
yeah, because there's not like 1,000 indie developers that could probably freaking do the job.
Right, but right, but then on the other hand of it, like if they go with an indie developer and they suck,
and that's not saying that because Baldur's Gate 3 was not made by an indie developer, it was made by a big name studio,
right?
And they probably just use them. I don't know the entire dealings of Hasbro with Tencent. I don't know that, so I can't speculate.
Like I said, I was figuring the reason that they made so much money is they probably do a lot of mobile games, which has a lot of
I'm sure
a lot of microtransactions in the inside of it. They're like, oh, well, for this, I can get 4 more rupees. And then that will unlock the crypt of never going to have a
everybody
date.
In the gaming community that calls rupees rubies, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Stop it, please. God, it drives you. Rubies. They're not rubies. Stop. It's not funny. I know it's a super stupid and silly thing. I really hate you. But it just drives me nuts.
But yeah, so them shopping, like Baldur's Gate 3 was phenomenal. Like came out like in
great game,
good success,
super fun.
I wouldn't put it past them if they were just looking to.
And that's also you probably have to go through Tencent to distribute in China.
Probably.
I'm willing to bet dollars to donuts you have to go through Tencent to distribute in China.
I mean, doesn't Tencent still own TikTok?
No, okay, so there's 2 versions of TikTok.
Well, yeah, the kind that doesn't have the propaganda that they put into the Chinese stuff,
right?
Which actually has a lot of STEM and science stuff related, and then you have the thought version,
right,
that exists in the United States.
My opinion is that China owns both of them, and then it actually. Okay, so a Chinese company operating in America owns the American version of TikTok.
Yeah, it just has American investors. So they can put them on the.
So they can So they can say that it's owned by Americans,
right?
But it's really not.
Yeah. No.
We still use TikTok, like it's whatever. I just don't. I don't get warped into the. I don't lose myself for hours in TikTok. I never have.
It depends on how much I had to eat.
You just let it play in the background.
While I'm on the toilet, you
Right.
do something.
It is a time wasting app, hence why it's called TikTok.
Right.
My conspiracy theory. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Tencent, being the conglomerate that it is, released this rumor to intentionally tank their stock. I genuinely believe that's what they did. They were trying to intentionally tank their stock. They released this report to that Chinese journalist, knowing they were going to run with it, knowing that they could distribute that article
Right.
with their vast wealth. They could put that all over the place, put it to every major media outlet. And that was, of course, was going to be big news. And then Hasbro immediately was like, whoa, 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 whoa. They were trying to tank their stock. Because that's, if you hear that a company is about to sell, you're going to immediately drop as much stock as you possibly can. Because you do not want to lose the value of your money. You don't know why they're selling. Your stock, your investment goes down tremendously. So I think that's what they were trying to do. I think it's just dirty. I think it's dirty little tricks.
I mean, they are down.
Mm-hmm.
Not much. They're down like 89 cents.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Hasbro probably came out immediately and assured all their investors we're not selling. This is not happening. And then came out with a public statement like, hey, this is bullcrap. We're not doing that.
Right. But the thing is, like with Hasbro, like
just
Hasbro
the fact that
so
Tencent
stuff.
was even mentioned as a possible sale partner, like that to me, like that's Chekhov's gun. Or not Chekhov's gun. That's the smoking gun, rather. Excuse me. Sorry, I was using that little literary device incorrectly. It's the smoking gun, right?
Mm.
That to me that tips it off. That pushes the scale in that direction. And it's not the first time that a Chinese-owned company's done this. Period.
Right.
The end. Like they have done this multiple times. The whole GameStop thing. Go do some homework on that. That was insane. And then what happened was it became this huge thing between gamers. And I'm sorry, if gamers unite around something, you're screwed. Like they were like, oh, we're going to buy it for like pennies on the dollar. Nope. Joke's on you, mother fudger. Not going to happen. But anyways, nope. I think Tencent was behind the entire thing. And I think they were trying to tank Hasbro stock. That's my conspiracy theory.
I could see it.
Yeah.
This also comes right after Hasbro laid off more than 1,000 people right before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
All of the other stuff, but
the ebbs and flows of the technology market that hasn't been flowing. It's been ebbing a whole lot. Not a lot of flowing. You guys should check out the other videos we made about all the layoffs between Amazon, Amazon, Hasbro, Twitch.
Amazon and Twitch.
Amazon, Twitch. God bless.
Microsoft.
That's who I can think of.
TikTok, YouTube.
Yeah, just
like the
thousands upon thousands of layoffs.
The entire tech sector is downsizing.
Hey, but I'll look at all these new jobs being created some magical way.
On that note,
job growth isn't the same thing as job recovery. Yeah.
On that note,
don't be a booty.
I'm Topher.
I'm Crazy Chris, y'all.
We'll see you in the next video.
Peace.